One of the most lovely and secure nations on Earth is Norway. It's a fascinating region of the planet with a rich natural heritage. We adore Norway and rank it among our all-time favorite places to visit. So today we're taking you on a virtual tour as we unearth 29 amazing and little-known facts about this extraordinary nation. Number 1. Vikings came from Norway. This is one of my favorite facts about Norway. The Vikings were a powerful group that included not just Norwegians but also Danes and Swedes. The Vikings conducted ferocious attacks and occupied territory all over northern Europe, even as far as the Russian Volga River. Number 2. Iceland was accidentally found by Vikings. Discovering Iceland was a joyful accident. That's all it was. A Viking longship accidentally docked in Iceland while traveling to the Faroe Islands on a routine trip. We may now enjoy the amazing soundtracks and Game of Thrones filming locations. Number 3. Norway has a royal family. We bet you didn't know that though. It's been around since the 12th century. The present monarchs of Norway are King Harald V and Queen Sonja. King Harald, like the Queen of England, is a member of the constitutional monarchy, but holds no official authority. They reside at Oslo's royal palace from the 19th century. Number 4. It's a fantastic location for the Aurora Borealis. Of course, we're referring to the Northern Lights. When charged solar particle collisions with atoms in the Earth's upper atmosphere occur, photons, light particles, are produced. Regardless of its scientific basis, the Aurora Borealis is stunning, looking like ribbons of green, red, and blue in the sky. They are more noticeable further north. Number 5. A Norwegian found Greenland. This is a fascinating fact about Norway. In particular, it was the adventurer Eric the Red, reputedly named after his beard, whose father had been exiled to Iceland from Norway for committing numerous murders. Although Greenland is currently a part of Denmark, with more natives than settlers, it may soon become independent. Number 6. There is mutual intelligence of Norwegian, Danish, and Swedish. Whether you know how to speak all 3 languages or even just one, the chances of you having a conversation with a Norwegian are high because you will more than likely know what they're saying due to the mutuality of the languages. Number 7. Norway has celebrated independence twice. Indeed, twice. The merger of Denmark and Norway was the result of an unfair alliance between a rapacious Denmark in 1523. Early in the 19th century, there was a brief moment of independence, but it was quickly absorbed into Sweden, Norway, which lasted from 1814 until 1905. As a result, Norway is a young nation, which is, we assume, a little-known fact about it. Number 8. Norway has 400,000 lakes. One of my favorite Norway facts is this one. Only when you consider the absurdly large amount of water that is. The deepest lake in all of Europe is Hornindalsvatnet. It is precisely 1,512 feet deep. Number 9. Norway is known for its fjords. Fjord is a Norwegian word for a long, deep, narrow body of water that reaches far inland. Norway has the highest number of fjords in the world, with 1,119, and they are all breathtakingly gorgeous. Additionally, it has the second longest and deepest fjord in the world, the 127-mile-long, 4,291-foot deep Sognefjord. Naturally, it is referred to as the King of the Fjords. Number 10. America was discovered by Vikings. The first European to step foot on North American soil was a third-generation Icelander, a Norwegian. In this case, Christopher Columbus was well after. The person behind the scheme who made it all happen was Leif Erikson, the son of Eric the Red, the founder of Greenland, if you recall. Number 11. Norway has the oldest people. Well, archaeological evidence suggests that they are. Evidence of early human existence has been discovered along a vast former ice shelf from the last ice age that disappeared between 11,000 and 8,000 BC. We're talking about tools made of stone that were used between 9,500 and 6,000 BC. That is rather old. Number 12. The sun never sets. Well, it doesn't during the summers. The sun never sets in the summer any place north of the Arctic Circle, which includes a large portion of Norway. There are roughly 20 hours of daylight across the rest of the nation. Prepare by installing some blackout curtains. Number 13. The sun never rises. In Norway, it is always dark during the winter, much like during the summer when the sun never sets. The sun never rises in the northern hemisphere. This probably isn't the best time to visit if you have seasonal affective disorder. Number 14. Norway still engages in whaling. While Norway is also guilty of whaling, Japan is the target of much animosity. After the international prohibition on whaling ended in 1993, minke whale hunting for commercial purposes actually started up again. The government imposed quota includes exports to nations like, you guessed it, Japan, as well as food for humans and animals in Norway. Number 16, Norway gave Japan its first taste of salmon sashimi. The raw fish market in the land of the rising sun was targeted because the markup of sashimi and sushi was high and appealing to consumers as part of the Norwegian marketing strategy known as Project Japan in the 1980s. The outcome? In Japan, raw salmon is particularly well liked. Number 15, Norway sends a Christmas tree to the UK every year. Norway presents the UK with a gigantic, very huge Norwegian pine as their Christmas tree, as appreciation for their assistance during World War II. Each Christmas, it is constructed at Trafalgar Square in London, and a large ceremony is held at that time. That's a cool fact about Norway, isn't it? Number 16, some huge animals can be found in Norway. In the nearby oceans, you can observe gigantic sperm whales that consume squid and basking sharks. However, you can find enormous polar bears, brown bears, and enormous elks on land. This is a very wild country. Number 17, the Lady King was the name of the queen in Norway. It appears that she was the first great ruler of any European nation. During the 14th century, Queen Margaret oversaw not just Norway, but also Sweden and Denmark. She was a tenacious queen who established alliances all over Scandinavia. Number 18, Christmas in Norway is a big deal. Winter is here. Almost always, it is dark. When Christmas finally arrives with all the decorations, events, and holiday happiness, it is a much-needed vacation. If you're thinking about taking a festive vacation over the holidays, it's a fantastic winter destination in Europe to visit because there are so many Christmas markets. Number 19, on May 17, Norway celebrates National Day. There must be a national day for everyone, right? The day in 1814 that Norway received its own constitution, even if it wasn't quite independent, is May 17, which is also the day of Norways. There are broad celebrations. Children parade through the city, and many people dress up in the traditional bunad costumes. They're merely relishing their Norwegianness. Number 20, the Lærdal Tunnel is the world's longest road tunnel. The Lærdal Tunnel, which runs between Oslo and Bergen and is exactly 15.23 miles long, is for you if you like tunnels and utterly nerdy statistics about Norway. This enormous architectural achievement was completed in 2,000 and cuts across an impenetrable mountain range. Number 21, 2/3 of Norway's landscape is made up of mountains. These vastly desolate areas are made up of 300 peaks that climb above sea level by more than 6,500 feet. Adventurers, hikers, and mountaineers will adore this rugged nation's pristine wilderness. Number 22, there are more bears than people in Svalbard. The German soldiers who were captured by a seal hunter were captured on the Norwegian island of Svalbard, which is located close to the North Pole. Consider tundra, glaciers, and yes, several bears. There are about 2,000 residents, which is a big number for a country like that, and we believe it is because Svalbard does not actually require a visa for residents. Number 23, Norway issues really cool passports. Believe us when we say they are. You can view the northern lights if you hold a real, original Norwegian passport up to a UV light. These passports, in our opinion, are the coolest in the world because they include an image of the Aurora Borealis rather than the genuine aurora. It's also one of the most interesting trivial facts about Norway. Number 24, at the Winter Olympics, Norway has won the most medals. Norway excels at winter sports. Approximately half of the year is spent in winter. It makes sense why they have so many medals. They have won 368 medals in total, 111 bronze, 125 silver, and 132 gold, to be exact. They are indeed winners. Number 25, in Norway, a committee decides who wins the Nobel Peace Prize. The Nobel Prize is the only award on the list that isn't presented in Stockholm, despite being named after Swedish dynamite creator Alfred Nobel. The recipient is chosen by a committee in Norway, which is known for its extreme peace, and the celebration is held at Oslo Town Hall. Number 26. It is illegal in Norway to advertise to children. When you were up early on the weekends watching morning cartoons, do you remember all those action figure advertisements and other things? One of the most intriguing things about Norway is that they don't have any of that. Number 27. Reoffenders barely exist in Norway. Norway's reoffending rate is one of the lowest in the world at 20%, compared to the US rate of over 60%, thanks to more progressive jail practices. The prison system in Norway is among the best and most humanitarian in the world, emphasizing rehabilitation above punishment. Number 28, police brutality also barely exists. Norway is not a place where police are as trigger-happy as they can be in other nations. At all. In actuality, the last time Norwegian law enforcement shot and killed someone was in 2006. Police never once fired a gun in 2007. Since World War II, just 10 police officers have died in Norway. According to a 2015 investigation, U.S. police kill more individuals in a single day than Norwegian police have in the previous 9 years. Number 29, 6 of the world's highest waterfalls are found in Norway. That much water is a lot. With a height of 2,280 feet, Vinnufossen, the tallest waterfall in the world, ranks 6th overall. In terms of the natural world, Norway is nuts. And there you have it, 29 interesting facts about Norway. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like as it encourages me to keep making videos like this one. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. See you guys next time.